Ladies and gentlemen, please permit us to take the message from USAID so that he can go for another meeting he has. With a round of applause, let's invite Jason Taylor, Deputy Mission Director, USAID. Please, can we celebrate him? Thank you.
Thank you very much. On behalf of USAID, it is a pleasure to be here, and I stand on existing protocols. I have to say, as a newcomer to Nigeria, your protocols are terrifying. So, I'm glad there's a podium so you don't see me shaking below. And if I offend anybody, I hope you'll at least let me finish my remarks before escorting me out of the country. I would appreciate that very much. One of the things I want to really focus on in these brief remarks is the fact that this is not a collection of individuals here today. This is a community. It was clear just sitting in the front row, Professor, seeing how many people paid you your honor and how you have helped to build the capacity and the aspirations of everyone here, and everybody here represented on the days. This is a community of advocates. This is a community of action. My friend from Sokoto, you're here today. You are not meeting my ambassador in Sokoto today. You are here. And I know the ambassador will understand why that is important and will not be angry at me as a result of his inability to meet with you. So the one message I have from USAID, who has been a stalwart support for family planning in Nigeria, is that we have a lot to commend. We have a lot to celebrate, but we also have a long way to go. That's what today is for. I hope I don't need to recite to you the lessons that we've learned or the accomplishments that have been gained, but I do need to encourage you to continue on that path, knowing that partners like USAID and others represented here are with you. We know that family planning is important for the child, it's important for the mother, it's important for the family, the community, and the nation. That importance continues, this partnership continues, and I wish you the very best today and throughout the conclusion of this very important meeting. Thank you.
Please, another round of applause for Jason Taylor. Thank you so much for keeping it short and simple. All right, let's go straight to the message for international private donors, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. We have Rodio Diallo, Deputy Director, Gates Foundation. Please, a round of applause for her. 1 minute, ma'am.
Good morning, distinguished guests. Please permit me to align with the existing protocol. I'm here to deliver the Goodwill message on behalf of our country director, Uche Amaonu, who could not be with us today. The theme of this year's conference, Sustaining Commitment for Family Planning within the Nigeria Health Sector Renewal Investment Initiative, Advancing Progress Towards Achieving FP 2030 Goals, reflects the Foundation's understanding of the critical importance of family planning as a cornerstone of Nigeria's health sector transformation and broader development agenda. Family planning is more than a health intervention, as everyone states here. It is a transformative force for socio-economic advancement, gender equity, and sustainable development. By empowering individuals, especially women and girls, to make informed reproductive health decisions, family planning fosters improvement in education, productivity, and quality of life. At this juncture, the Gates Foundation wants to join the country in celebrating the increase in MCPR by 3 percentage points from the last NDHS. While this may seem modest, it is a significant and unprecedented milestone, and it signals the beginning of the success of our collective efforts. We know we need to accelerate progress, but also we remain very optimistic that progress can happen in the coming years. We know what to do. We are pooling our resources, and we are following the data. Despite this progress, The persistent disparities across the country, as shown yesterday, remind us that collective action is crucial. Moving forward, we must prioritize high-impact solutions, such as strengthening the supply chain, enhancing domestic financing, fostering innovation in policy and service delivery. Also, engaging communities in a way that supports and empowers women and girls while addressing social norms through culturally sensitive approaches are critical to achieving our goal. The Gates Foundation is proud to collaborate with the government of Nigeria and its partners to expand access, improve quality, and leave no one behind. And to advance FP 2030 goal, we must scale proven high-impact strategies and ensure family planning remains central to Nigeria's health and development priorities. As we all know, family planning is not merely a health solution. It is a high-return investment, with every dollar invested generating up to $120 in health and socio-economic benefit. This conference is an opportunity to renew our commitment, share lessons learned, and inspire bold actions. Together, we can transform challenges into opportunities and ensure family planning becomes a pillar of Nigeria's health sector renewal and a cornerstone of its development. Let us seize this moment to strengthen partnerships, and that will drive, and we all drive, scalable and impactful interventions. Finally, on behalf of the Gates Foundation, we would like to commend the organizers of this conference and urge us all to contribute meaningfully to advancing Nigeria's health and development agenda. Thank you.
If you're looking for someone who personifies calmness, Rodio Diallo is the person. A round of applause for her, please. Quickly, we bring to the microphone Sif Miles Kempley, the Executive Director, SRHR, to give us his goodwill message. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so very much for allowing Sif to have this moment. I just want to express how we are here to listen to you and learn from you. And that's what my team and I have been doing and look forward to doing. But grateful that you're giving us a couple of minutes just to share our perspectives, all protocols observed to our friends and colleagues. SIF is a long-term partner to the government and people of Nigeria. We're one of the largest investors in children, in children's health, in children's nutrition, in well-being, and that's why we prioritize family planning. I was in Northern Kano earlier this year, meeting with community leaders, and I sat with a community leader who expressed to me his passion for supporting family planning in his community was about future generations, was about children, and that's why we're here. During this conference, we've heard about progress. Whilst overall the MCPR rate has grown modestly, some states have doubled or tripled. We look to Bayelsa, to Gombe, to Sokoto. You are showing us the way, and we know what to do to advance progress. Nigeria is a big country where you need to think big and do big things. At SIF, we are struck by some examples of this. I want to particularly call out the rather incredible work Nigeria has made on advancing contraceptive self-injection, where Nigeria is an exemplar for the rest of the world. In my own country, the UK's NHS looks to Nigeria, is learning from Nigeria on the work that you are doing to advance self-injection, to improve its own contraceptive program. I want to thank the Department of Family Health, to Dr. Okeri and her team for that leadership. If Nigeria can lead the world on this, it can be a leader on all aspects of family planning. Now, anyone that knows SIF knows that our funding It's not a gift, it's an investment, and it's built on a spirit of partnership and shared effort. And I want to state that this is especially important when it comes to securing the financing for commodities, where this is ultimately about domestic leadership, about domestic resourcing. To end the funding gap for family planning commodities, the Nigerian public sector needs at least $50 million per year. Now, we know some of this will come from UNFPA, but fundamentally, it requires increased investment domestically. This is why we applaud the decision of the government of Nigeria to make family planning commodities one of the key indicators in the new Project Hope World Bank funded program. This is a tremendous achievement, and it's one of the reasons why CIF will contribute up to $12.5 million towards this indicator. This is on the understanding that the co-investment from IDA, from domestic sources, and from other funders will be up to 5-fold that number. Thanks to this commitment, we want to do more, and we want to support those states that have ambitious goals to grow their MCPR. So under the direction of the MPH CDA, CIF will increase its funding to 7 states. These include Bayelsa, Ebonyi, Bauchi, Gombe, Jigawa, and Sokoto. In addition to Kogi, where I had the enormous pleasure of visiting earlier this year, to understand what it's going to take to accelerate delivery. In total, we will invest a further $25 million to support the One Healthcare Plan for those states. It has never been more important for us to come together to support family planning. We urge our partners, the government of Nigeria, and all of you here to be bold, increase your ambition. With greater ambition, CIF will be with you, and we look forward to partnering with you in the years ahead. Thank you.
Thank you very much. If you did not hear Miles call your states and you did not clap, I know the feeling. I also did not hear my states. But what is consoling is that Nigeria is getting funding to deal with family planning. A round of applause for Nigeria, please. So, Miles, please take note of that. Some of us didn't hear our states, so we'll discuss later. It has to be go round. Okay, so we'll move on straight to the bilateral. And on that note, I would like to invite the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office, FCDO, Dr. Ebere Anyachukwu, to come and take the Goodwill message. A round of applause. Clap well. Your state might come now. Who knows? You're welcome, sir.
Honorable Coordinated Minister of Health, ably represented by our honorary doctor, Daju Kashalom, MNI, Permanent Secretary of the Federal Ministry of Health. With your permission, may I rest on an established protocol. I'm delighted to join you today at this Nigeria Family Planning Conference 2024. As we all know, expanding access to family planning is critical to Nigeria's development. That's a sentence I borrowed from Professor Ladipo. He says it all the time. Better access to voluntary family planning will enable women and men plan their families, improve their health, and enhance their standard of living. This is why we welcome the Nigerian government's vision, as set out in its FP 2030 commitments, to be a country where everyone has access to quality family planning, with a target to increase modern contraceptive prevalence rate to at least 27% by 2030. We commend the Nigerian government and the states for backing this up through the National Strategic Health Sector Renewal Investment Initiative, the sector-wide approach, and for releasing funding for family planning commodities. However, as we've heard over the last few days, much more needs to be done to meet our 2030 targets. Expanding access to voluntary family planning around the world remains a key priority for the UK. The UK is currently the largest funder of the UNFPA Supplies Program, which provides family planning commodities across Nigeria. We also fully support the sector-wide approach under the inspiring leadership of the coordinating minister. We are also investing heavily in girls' education, which we know empowers women to take the best decisions about their health and well-being. We congratulate the Association for the Advancement of Family Planning and partners for organizing this conference. Over the last few days, we've learned numerous examples of what works to expand access to family planning. The time is now for us all to rise to the challenge, meet our commitments, and ensure access for all the people across Nigeria. Thank you.
Please, a round of applause for Dr. Ebere. Thank you so much. We can do better. Let's give him a round of applause. All right, we want to move on faster. We're gradually getting there. And let's call, on behalf of the Multilateral United Nations Population Fund, UNFPA, Mr. Kwesa Nkwawu, Deputy Representative. Thank you, sir.
Right, 1 minute. Okay, thank you very much. Honorable Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, ladies and gentlemen, in the interest of time, allow me to stand on the established protocol. I bring you the very warm greetings from the United Nations Population Fund, the UN Agency for Reproductive Health. I am very happy, delighted to give this goodwill message as this very special occasion of the opening ceremony of the 9th Family Planning National Nigeria Family Planning Conference. Theme sustaining commitment for family planning within the Nigeria Health Sector Renewal Investment Initiative, advancing progress towards achieving FP 2030 goals. The themes of the conference adequately captures the importance of prioritizing family planning within Nigeria's ongoing health sector reform and highlights the need to ensure that this reform creates the enable environment to achieve Nigeria's articulated FP 2030 commitment. Family planning is at the core of the mandate of UNFPA, and we support the federal and state governments to achieve the outcome of the health outcome in the country. And as we all know, family planning is no longer considered as a health intervention. We all understand now that it is a development intervention which is critical for attaining all the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Furthermore, it is one of the most cost-effective development interventions as it yields significant return on investment. My sister earlier mentioned the return on investment of more than $100 for every $1 invested in family planning. So we can understand and we can see that the return of investment is huge by all standards, and should be a compelling reason why the government and all stakeholders should invest more on family planning. So as I am preaching here to the converted, I will not go in the details of the benefits of in all other sectors of investing in family planning. I will only urge all stakeholders here to make those investments in commodity security, high-impact practices, sustainable financing, and protection of human rights by the investment in family planning. UNFPA looks forward to the outcome of this conference and commits to working with stakeholders to implement this outcome. I would like, before I conclude, to congratulate the AAFP and all the partners for consistently convening this very important biennial meeting, and I wish you and all of us a very fruitful deliberation and consultation during the conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Please, another round of applause for him there. All right, moving on now to global partnerships and initiatives, FP 2030 Secretariat. With a round of applause, let's welcome Dr. Sam Dube, Executive Director. Please, let's celebrate her.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
1 minute, ma'am.
Yes, 1 minute. Partnerships can't be done in 1 minute, though. So allow me to stand on existing protocol as well. It has been a very interesting journey to look at this solidarity, because this solidarity speaks to what FP 2030 stands for. My job is simple, yet difficult. Conceptualized in 2012, FP 2030 sought to achieve 120 million additional users of family planning by 2020. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are standing at 98 million new users of modern contraception globally. There is no way Nigeria can be left behind. And the job that I'm meant to do is to ensure that this globally connected movement and solidarity in partnerships achieves what it was set to achieve. Globally connected, regionally coordinated, and a country-led partnership. Use us in our regional hub that is based here in Abuja, led by Dr. Martin Migombane, who is sitting there. Use the board that is going to be meeting today, on Saturday here in Nigeria, who actually came in full force to ensure that they partner with you all to ensure that Nigeria works. But more importantly, ladies and gentlemen, the country-led endeavor that I'm seeing here in the room really deserves an applause. Colleagues and friends, the scenario that's being painted today is that of political will. Nothing is going to work without seeing politicians coming in full force, supported by commissioners and governors, supported by the ministers and the presidents. The second P of the equation is the product. There are many who are funding the product, ensuring that that pipeline is not flowing empty. Lastly, to ensure that providers are trained and they are using any platform, digital platform, and even self-care to deliver what we need. That's what FP 2030 stands for. So in solidarity, we say we are here to support you. We are here to dream big with Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sam Dube. A round of applause for her. We are already dreaming big and getting to that point.